Alright guys, well, this your boy Exia back with another video, and in today's video we are going to go over my dividend portfolio. It's been a minute since I went over with you guys. It's been a lot of changes. Probably the biggest change is I switched platforms. I was using Robinhood pretty much all the way, and I had a chance to get my M1 Finance account verified so I can actually go in and check out the platform, and I ended up liking it so much I actually started my dividend portfolio with them. So let's get into that video today so you guys can check that out. Alrighty, yes, I made the switch. And I've been with Robinhood for a while, and honestly, I started back like forever ago. I can't remember the first date because I actually started, but I didn't fully dabble into dividends. I was just buying stocks, and then I sold out, came back a year or two later, and I came back at the beginning of this year while I was like really going into it. And amongst that time, I heard about M1 Finance, watched some YouTube videos on it, checked it out, but I never had it for myself, so I couldn't really just, But I finally had one and started the process to verify my account, got that verified, and I was able to dabble. So I moved a couple dollars over there or whatever so I can mess around with it, see how I like it, and yeah. Yeah, I made the switch. Like I literally made the switch. I really like M1 Finance because it has a lot of things that Robinhood doesn't, but Robinhood does have a lot of things that M1 Finance doesn't have, but we'll get into that in a minute. But I made the switch and I did not do an account transfer, literally because I just didn't want to pay the money. And since the market is just so volatile right now, I'm just like, I'm gonna try to time it, and I know I shouldn't, but I did, and I pretty much just sold all my stocks out of Robinhood, transferred the money back into my account, and then just shot it right over to my M1 Finance. Now, we all know, you don't supposed to time the market because it's extremely hard. So it wasn't even about timing it for me. It just I really like the M1 Finance platform that I wanted to do it. So I did it, and I'm going to share that portfolio with you guys today. But a couple things that varies from Robinhood to M1 Finance. Of course, Robinhood has the feature where you can send out your code, get somebody to sign up, and you get the free stock. I think Robinhood really has that going for itself, like something fierce. Like I think that's a good feature. Another thing Robinhood has going for it is, well, it's user friendly. It's maybe it's just me. It just took me a second to catch on to how to actually work the pie in M1 Finance. But once I got it down, it's a lot more simpler than that when it comes to Robinhood. You just pretty much just search, click, boom, bam. No, M1 Finance, it's a little bit more to it as far as the percentages on your pie, and that's one of the really good features about M1 Finance that I like, because that was one of the issues I was having with Robinhood. Whereas I could not, I'm not gonna say I couldn't, but I was being extremely lazy with the percentages of shares. So say I had 10 stocks, there was not like an actual percentage for the portfolio. I just went off my gut feeling. And with M1 Finance, you can actually set X amount of stocks that you're interested in, add those to your pie, and you can set them at a certain percentage. So as you invest, it'll help you manage that percent, so that way you won't overdo on one stock and not do the other, so that way your account portfolio can always be diversified. And that's one of the main features I really like about M1 Finances, because if you're using Robinhood and you're trying to do that, but you're not trying to sit down and actually calculate the percentages yourself, you'll probably have to go out and get a software, something like a Patreon or Simply Safe Dividends or something of the sort like that. And majority of these features you have to pay for annually. And I'm not talking about like no $20, $30. I'm talking about like some big bucks, you hear me? But I wasn't trying to dabble fully into the portfolio, far as Simply Safe Dividends and Patreon like that, because my portfolio is not generating that much, and I don't have that many stocks where it's hard to manage. Like I said, some people do use Google spreadsheets, and I tried, but Google spreadsheets can be stupid. But that's a topic in its own. But that is one of the key features that really made me come on over to M1 Finance. That makes it so much easier to really help judge off percentages, dividend diversification of that portfolio. And that's what really made me overall swap. So kudos to M1 Finance for that. Like I said, you can do that with Robinhood, but you will have to do all that math yourself. And I know if you're a math head, you all for it. But if you're not, good luck. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into my portfolio so I can show you guys what I'm working with. Alrighty then, let's get it. As you can see, this is my portfolio. It's sitting at around $2,977, and I am down $21.03. That's about 0.96% of my portfolio down, actually down. But don't worry, the market is doing what the market does, where it just fluctuates and drops and raises. We're not really worried about that. Besides, if you're a dividend investor, you're not worried about the actual concept of catching the stock when it's high, catching the stock when it's low. You want to buy in when it's low so that way you can get a large portion of stocks for cheap. And if it's high, I'm saying you still want to buy in because don't try to time the market or whatever. But like I said, if it's high, you may not be able to get as many with the amount of money that you're putting in. So when it's low, try your best to do what you can. And if you're winning time, still try the best you do what you can. But with that being said, like I said, that's just overall my portfolio. And the reason I say that is because when you're dividend investing, it's not about, the actual growth of the stock can help boost your portfolio. Don't get me wrong, that's great. But your primary reason for being a dividend investor is the actual dividends. And that's why I feel like a lot of people kind of fall off and sell and do all these things. It's because the stock dropped in price. Well, the stock's going to drop, it's going to rise, it's going to do what it do. As long as those dividends do not get cut, you in like Flynn, as my dad would say. But with that being said, let's just talk about these stocks I have going. So I adjusted, as you can see right here, with these are actually my stocks. And the percentages I was talking to you guys about earlier, this is where that comes into play. You can see where I have 11% of my portfolio going towards SPHD, which is an ETF. And I had that in my Robinhood portfolio. They pay dividends out monthly at roughly around 0.15 cent. So pretty good, but they do pay out monthly. Like I say, it's an ETF, so it's really good to have. Of course, I got to rock with the AT&T. I count them for 10% of my portfolio. I think their dividend payout like 55 cents, if I'm not mistaken. And then, I got American Express because I really like American Express. I am a fanboy, but they count for 10% of my portfolio. And then you have O, which is realtor and income, and that is a dividend also, and they pay out monthly, which is perfecto. And I think it's like around 23 cents. And I have Wells Fargo that counts for 7% of my portfolio. And I got Iron Mountain, that's 7%. I have another ETF, which is the Charles Schwab, which is SCHD, right? Real close to SPHD, that first stock I was telling you about. We have another ETF, which is SDY, and we have one more ETF, which is VIG. Now, all of these are ETFs, and I think ETFs are very diversified, and I like them. So it's a very safe way to try to invest, due to the fact that since that one stock is so diversified, it really lowers the amount of risk. So if you don't know about those, like I said, most definitely look into them. There are a plethora of ETFs, and I'll probably link in the description a website that I use to look up some of those ETFs. So just look down there if you're interested in them. Like I said, ETF is just one stock that has many stocks in them, so they're very diversified and very safe if you're trying to create your dividend portfolio. And of course, my next stocks that counts for 7% is old reliable. You know what I'm saying? Johnson & Johnson, that's 7%. And then you got EPD, which is yet again a very reliable stock. They've been doing consecutive dividends for many, many years, and that would be EPD. Now, I had a lot of these stocks in my Robinhood portfolio, but like I said, the reason I overall made the switch was because when I was with my Robinhood, I didn't do the actual math myself when I know I should have, where I would judge how much of that one stock took up my portfolio. But like I said, with M1 Finance, you can just set that from your actual pie itself. Now, with M1 Finance, they do have professional EPAs and professional finance people who have created a pie that will help you if you're not an individual stock picker, or you just want to start investing because it's good. It's a good way to make passive income. It's to help you with your future, but you don't want to dabble into the actual logistics of it. They do have pies, in there for that. So if you want to get into the stocks, but you don't want to get into all of the logistics of it, M1 Finance is there for you. Unlike Robinhood, where they have the trending tab, where it's just people who are buying set stocks at that moment. These are people who actually know what they're doing, know what they're talking about, who created a pie that you should follow the guidelines to help you be successful. So that's another thing I liked about M1 Finance. But of course, I did a custom pie, and I want to do the percentages to make sure my portfolio this time is really well diverse. I'm starting with these stocks first until I can get a significant amount of them, and then I'm going to slowly add in more stocks to increase even more diversification. But I think roughly around, as far as SPHD, I am sitting at around 10 shares, as you see. AT&T, I'm sitting at about 9.9. American Express, I'm about 3.2. Realtors, I'm at 5. OKE, which is 10. You got Wells Fargo, which is 8.5. You got Iron Mountain, which is 8. SCHD is 4. SDY is 2.3. VIG is 1.7. Johnson & Johnson is 1.4. And we got EPD that's at 11.8. That's how many shares I have for actual individual, and that will sum up to my overall pie balance of $2,977, which I actually put in $3,000 so far. I think Wednesday I'm probably going to invest another $1,000 to $2,000 into the portfolio, so those numbers will grow. And like I said, I'm thinking we start giving you guys, I want to say, weekly updates, because I try to post 2 videos a week, and I think starting from now on, all of my videos that I post either Friday or Saturday will consist of the update of my dividend portfolio. Because like I said, you guys know, if you've been watching my videos for the past, since the pandemic really went into effect, I've been working like crazy, and I got scared a couple times and I've sold out of my portfolio to really kill some of my bills. And now that I'm pretty much down to just my house note and one car, just one of my cars, and I can really start to fully dive into my portfolio, and I won't have to sell out for any reason at this point, because I feel like I am thoroughly safe no matter what's happened with this pandemic. Because like I said, I am still working 6 days a week, 12-hour days. So but like I said, I killed a lot of my bills recently, and due to that, I should be able to double down even harder into my portfolio. So I should be able to buy stocks every week. Probably going to spend about $500 a week just investing into my stocks, regardless of what the market's doing. Like I told you guys, I'm not trying to time the market. I'm looking for consistency. I want to gain as many stocks as I possibly can, so we can make this portfolio get on to what I really want, and that's to reach my first 6 figures. So that's my dividend portfolio. That's an update. I made the big switch. This is my YouTube channel. My name is Exia. We talk about personal finance, anything that has to do with financial freedom. Just trying to help the people out. Maybe you guys can learn something from me, because I learned something throughout my many years of getting to where I am, and still learning. And as I learn, hopefully you guys can learn, and we can better each other, so we can really push each other up the next plateau, so we can climb this ladder. But like I said, that's my portfolio. Give you guys an update next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, please. I'm getting so close to my first 100 subscribers, and I appreciate everybody who watch my videos and support my channel. Most definitely appreciate you guys. But it's your boy Exia, and I'm out.